JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, Westmoreland wanted man apprehended in St. Anne. A man who was wanted by the Westmoreland police for shooting with intent and illegal possession of a firearm was arrested in an operation in St. Anne on Saturday, September 19. He is 28-year-old Ainsley Woodburn of Belfont District, Cambridge, St. James. The police said that on September 2, 2019, around 11:53 a.m., Woodburn allegedly went to the complainant's home on Marchmont Road in Westmoreland and opened gunfire at him. The complainant managed to escape unhurt. The police said a warrant for the incident was executed on Woodburn on Monday, September 21, and he was charged for the offenses. He is to appear in court as soon as his date is finalized, the police said. Guidance counselor charged with 2 counts of rape. The Westmoreland police yesterday charged the guidance counselor of a Clarendon address with 2 counts of rape. The school official was listed as wanted by the police for 2 counts of rape of a minor committed in March and June 2020 in Little London, Westmoreland. He reportedly turned himself into the police on Sunday, September 20, accompanied by his attorney, and a warrant subsequently executed on him. He is to appear in court at a later date, the police have said. Loader man killed in Chancery Street gun attack. Commuters and transport operators were sent scouring for cover after gunshots rang out at the busy Chancery Street bus terminus in St. Andrew on Tuesday morning. After the smoke cleared, one man was dead. He has been identified as 60-year-old Zachariah Green, otherwise called Zaki, a loader man from an AccuWalk address. Persons on the scene said that 2 men rode up on a motorbike and approached Green. They shot him a number of times before he could take evasive action. He died on the spot. For months, a bloody battle has raged between gangs from an area on Red Hills Road known as Common and another along Chancery Street known as AccuWalk. Police have reported that the conflict is over extortion rights to the busy bus terminus. Several persons from both communities have been killed and others shot and injured as a result of the gang feud. Zaki is one of the most senior loader man who hustle out here and him not involved in any gang war. This thing going too far now as him just kill a man because of where him live and don't care. One man who claimed to have been on the scene when the attack occurred said, Chancery Street, a bustling hub of economic activity, is home to several businesses, including a supermarket, pharmacy, bars, and hairdressing parlors. Some business operators say the constant bloodletting in the area has been bad for business and has been scaring away customers. A number of vendors also conduct business there. Portland rocked by spate of break-ins. The police in Portland have expressed concern over a series of break-ins that have taken place at various business establishments throughout the parish. Commanding officer for the Portland Police Division, Superintendent Dwayne Wellington, stated that while the lawmen are doing all they can, they are in need of better equipment to clamp down on the illegal activities of criminals. We are seeing an increase in break-ins throughout the division, more so in Port Antonio. We have had 8 break-ins now. The last one was at the Long Bay service station. What has been unearthed so far is that some of these business places are without cameras, and those with cameras are not of a high standard. So we continue to implore business operators to invest in CCTV cameras, he said. According to reports, just this week, a cashpot shop was broken into by thugs who allegedly removed circuit boards and motherboards from gaming machines. Additionally, a supermarket was also broken into and a safe containing a substantial amount of cash was removed. However, one business operator is blaming the hours of the curfew for the rampant robberies. According to Fitzroy Henry, with a curfew in place and with no adequate patrolling being done by officers, criminals are able to rob establishments at will. It cannot be that after 8 or 9 p.m., the police either retire to the station or they simply just head home. We have never experienced these kinds of break-ins before, where burglar bars are being cut and metal doors are cut off using blow torches. The thieves now have adequate time to cut through anything and everything, as they no longer have to worry about being seen by anyone, Henry said. No current plans for face-to-face classes, says Minister. Minister of Education, Youth and Information Favour Williams has confirmed that schools will be considered reopened on October 5, 2020, but added that contrary to previous pronouncements, there are no plans for face-to-face classes. She was speaking at a digital press conference at Jamaica House earlier today. The minister pointed out that COVID-19 aside, Jamaica is currently in an education crisis, as many students are failing subjects, particularly mathematics and English, which she said are founding blocks. So there's an urgency to get all students back into the learning mode as it regards to formal education. But having said that, we recognize that we are in a pandemic like no other, where fears and anxieties are high, Williams said. As such, the minister said schools will use a combination of virtual approaches to reopen. The first will be an online approach, with students remaining at home and accessing lessons via the ministry's management system. Teachers and students will be in a virtual environment, and teachers will be able to teach online. Lessons will be recorded, and the students will be able to access conveniently the lessons, Williams said. The minister said approximately 20,000 teachers have been trained for this platform. The second approach will see the ministry providing lessons using television, cable, and radio. The third approach will see the ministry providing printed materials for students to use along with their textbooks and worksheets at home. These, the minister said, apply to students without internet access and are to be delivered at agreed drop-off points and at home. The minister added that the ministry has targeted grades 4 to 6 for distribution of tablets. She noted that all 25,000 teachers have been given tablets and said the distribution of physical textbooks to primary and secondary students has commenced. Electronic material and other electronic support are being provided by Book Fusion on the ministry's app, Williams said. She added that there should be no demand or pressure on parents for contribution to schools. Golding says he's ready to rebuild PNP. Mark Golding has given the clearest indication yet that he intends to run for the presidency of the beleaguered opposition People's National Party, PNP. In an Instagram post this morning, the St. Andrew Southern Member of Parliament told party members to get ready. "Comrades, on your mark," he said. "After consultations with my family, senior leaders of the PNP, and the executive of South St. Andrew, I have decided that the rebuilding of our great party is paramount." The 82-year-old party has been plunged into turmoil following its devastating general election loss earlier this month and the ensuing leadership vacuum after Dr. Peter Phillips announced that he has submitted his resignation as president and opposition leader. But Phillips has been persuaded to stay on until a replacement is elected by party delegates. Last week, a leaked WhatsApp message revealed Golding's displeasure over how party chairman Fitz Jackson approached the process of keeping Phillips in his position. He said a lack of consultation and the view that Phillips was foisted on him was among his reasons for not signing a letter sent to the Governor General. Golding was a key backer of Peter Bunting, who unsuccessfully challenged Phillips for the leadership last year. Bunting and most of his main supporters from the parliamentary group lost in the September 3 polls. A Phillips supporter, Lisa Hanna, who survived in St. Anne's Southeastern, is among those expected to contest for the leadership position. "We have heard our supporters and the electorate that they need more from us. As a senior member of the PNP, I am committing to ensuring that the party heals, it unites, and it continues to fight with and for our people," Hannah said in a video posted to her Facebook page on September 14. 5 more COVID-19 deaths recorded. Tally now 75. Jamaica on Monday recorded 5 additional COVID-19 deaths, increasing the tally to 75. The new fatalities are a 61-year-old female with a Kingston and St. Andrew address, a 54-year-old female with a Kingston and St. Andrew address, a 52-year-old female with a St. Catherine address, an 82-year-old male with a Kingston and St. Andrew address, and a 93-year-old male with a St. Mary address. 4 of the 5 deceased had confirmed pre-existing conditions. Meanwhile, the country recorded 127 new cases, with ages ranging from 8 to 86 years, pushing the total to 5,270, with 3,668 of them active. Of the cases, 67 are men and 60 are women, and there were 37 new recoveries for a total of 1,444. Some 135 persons are in hospital, with 16 being moderately ill and 10 critically ill. 11 persons are in state quarantine, with 23,696 people at home. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.